All right, guys, good morning and welcome to our review. Like I stated earlier, I'm going to give you a breakdown of our trade yesterday. And here we are on gold chart. This is our H4 chart. So I'm going to give you a breakdown and give us why the reasons why we had to take the trades we took yesterday. So taking a look at our first call, we had our first call to be, we had a goal buy in the morning, buy now at 1844, which our stop loss was 1841, target 1850. That was our first trade for the day. So let's dive into the reason we had that trade. First of all, we have to zoom down to H1 to get a clearer insights on that particular trade. Now, this was yesterday. So we had this bull early in the morning. My broker is GMT broker. So this is 6 o'clock GMT. This candle opened 6 o'clock GMT. So we were at this candle. So we had an inside bar, which denotes a continuation candle. So with this strong buy move, I expected price to at least pick out this liquidity, the high of this candle. So now, taking out the high of this candle, which in a subsequent video, I might explain why this would have been, why I'm considering this to be a liquidity candle. Now, I also expected an extension of the liquidity break, which matches with the day. Normally, if you go through the charts, you realize that Thursdays are days that markets really go crazy. So we call it Thursday madness. With the ideology of Thursday madness, with it coinciding with our timing, this is London session. So I expected volume to push price to 1848, and with the concept of the trap to further push higher and trap the buyers. That is why we had our target to be at 1450. So 1450, we had our stop loss just a little bit about that point, 41. So which was just about the low of the inside bar. So we always keep our risks very tight so that we can easily recover. Now, price went in our favor, some few pips, and slashed back, and we got out at stop loss right there. We lost 30 pips. Now we waited patiently, excuse me. Now price gave us another bell structure. So if you're looking at market structure, this is a clear, this is a bullish structure kicking off, giving us a higher low to establish a higher high, which of course you can see it did right there. So with this ideology of market structure, so what we expected was a bullish continuation. Since we did not get the buy during the London session, from experience, we always, or most at times, will have the buy during the New York Open. And that is why we took our second buy, which was buy gold at, let's see, we gave our second buy at buy gold at 1842.50, stop loss 1839.00, TP 1848.00, and that trade went all our way up. You can see the high was 18 47.46, while our target was 18.48. So we're just about 6 pips away from our target, and it market sliced back. So this particular trade, we were able to capture 40 pips because we had a good move, just 6 pips away. So that was our second trade on gold, and that was the reason. And it coincided with our timing. Like I said, since we didn't have the buy in the London session, the New York Open, the buy mostly takes place pending the market structure presented during the London session. So that's why we took our second buy. Now to the mega trade. Now, upon having this rejection during our New York session, this is where we have to dive into our H4, because I knew that market is going to give us some good moves. So we switch back to our H4. If you look at the H4, price is rejecting at the 200 EMA. And if you look at this point, let's look at what is happening here. This was supposed to be a support and resistance, which price, upon reaching there, should have, or most probably should have rejected. But what happened? Price dipped further into the zone to have a retest of this 200 EMA, which eventually acts as a key institutional level. Look at the price, 1849. So 1850, remember, for those of us that have a little idea about quarter theory, these are institutional levels, institutional number. So we had to hit that 1850 level right there, and price could not hold above that level. This liquidity week was taken out this particular week. So if you want to take a detailed look at what is happening now, when price rallied all the way to 1853, what happened? It dropped. And since that time, price has not retested that level. This is the first time price has retested that level, broke through the 200 EMA level, got all the way to 1853 level, and slashed back down immediately. This candle alone tells us that the sell is kicking in, this particular candle, because our confluence is in place. We have hit our psychological number, the institutional number, and the 200 EMA has been rejected aggressively. And take a look at it. Price has not broken that 1850 level after this strong drop. So let's see, 4, 8, 16 hours, no, 4, 8, 12, 16 hours, 20 hours. For 20 hours, price has not broken the 1850 level. So it therefore gave us the ground that price is done accumulating, and coinciding with our timing. Timing is very essential in our trading approach. As it coincided with our timing, the New York session as well, we knew that Thursday madness is going to take place, and hence the reason we had to go for the swing sell on gold. And you can see, guys, it did play out exactly as we did. Now to the next question, why did we pick 1822 level as our target? Look at that. Now, for those of us that have a little idea about supply and demand imbalance, this is another insight that led to the sell. So this level is going to act as a deterrence to our sell continuation. So now the guys negotiating at this level eventually are going to be present right here, which you have seen exactly as it has happened. Now, why did I expect this to happen? Is because when price was moving bullish, we did not have that negotiation taking place here. So as it's coming down, 90% of the time, this negotiation will always take place. You can check back in time and you're going to see that, and you can see exactly why I had that target. And price got to that point, we had to pause right there, gave us the inside bar before the continuation, just as it did last week. So guys, that is the little I can tell us about this. There's obviously more to it in terms of the timing, breaking it down. So I want to believe and hope that this is helpful. And if there's any question, please make sure to drop it in the comment section, and I will try my best to break it down further for your understanding. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate your support. God bless. Happy PP.